said, we're out here today at the in-laws gonna freshen up this Happy Herd site, and it is really getting used. It's been a month since I've been out here. Just turn the camera on and have 1,800 pictures. So spray this in the area and get back out of here. Check it again in a month, and that'll be the last time I freshen up the mineral. Stay tuned. Like I said earlier, out here at the Denmark property today, gonna get some spraying and fertilizing done. Also prepping a fall plot. I do some rut time tubers and probably do the plot perimeter mix as well. Give this a good dose of spraying this week and see what it looks like after a week and a half. I'll come back mid-July and probably spray it again, and then give it one more dose if it needs it right before I plant at the end of July, the beginning of August. Out here today, gonna plant some rut time tubers. Got a pretty good chance of rain tonight. Hopefully it makes it. Like I've said many times, get a hold of Paul, Whitetail Food Plots USA, for all your food plot needs. Very knowledgeable guy, great products. All seed, no fillers. Pretty eventful night. I don't know if you can hear me much or not. Pretty hard out here this afternoon. I already had a swing and a miss to start the year off. First cold front of the year that I've been able to take part of. Hopefully it gets a little better. Got a nice buck on camera 3 nights ago. Here's the arrow that I swung and missed with. See the nocturnal still glowing.
Kyle Peterson and this is Kyle Linhart, and today we're going to kind of go through the story of his buck this year, calling him Crazy Brows. So what led up to that day, like going down there? Like, what was your intention per se?
Well, I was on third shift that night, couldn't sleep, decided might as well go down and try to kill a doe. Had to go down there to the in-laws for dinner. It was, I don't know, 55, 60 degrees that day. I didn't really want to go. I said, well, let's just go see what happens. And I get out there and wasn't even in the stand probably half hour, 45 minutes, and two little does come out. I was like, oh, I'm gonna get this done early, and they never did. They didn't read the script, so I text Marcus and said, you know, I haven't seen anything in I don't know how long. I've seen deer early, and then I turn around, look out in the field, and there steps out a couple does. Sat there and watched, and I had about an hour and a half of daylight left, and he stepped out.
Man, tell you what, the character of this deer is amazing. He's got like a little point, kind of comes out and kicks off of his base, and them brow tines are wild.
Yeah, I don't exactly know. I think they're close to 5.5 inches, 6 inches long.
And that left one just splits and kind of
all over the place.
We'll
do another video with the mount and everything.
Yeah, when we get the mount back, we'll definitely be sharing that on Facebook and you know, Instagram and everything else. But yeah, we'll probably get another video of it. So, what did you think when you stepped out? Like, I know you had trail cam pictures of him early, but
yeah, I had 3 trail cam pictures. I think I'll have to go back through. I think June, July, and then I think it was September, and it was, I think, almost a month to the date that I had the last trail cam picture. You know, I was with the reports of EHD. You know, I was skeptical. I was like, you know, I didn't know if that happened or he just moved off. That's what happens. You know, where I hunt down there is only 20-something acres. It's not a lot, so.
Less is more, folks.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I still remember getting the text, and I was pumped. I think I was in the stand that night too, and got that text from me, and I'm like, I was just sitting there saying, hell yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, like I said, he just disappeared September 13th, I think, or 12th. I'd have to look back through, but it was, I believe, October 13th the night that I shot him.
Nice. All right, folks, well, we'll roll right into the video here.
A little warmer out this afternoon than it was on Friday evening. Took the night off yesterday, relaxed a little bit. Sitting on the edge of a bean field and a hay field. Pretty good movement down here in the timber. We'll see what happens this afternoon. That's my #1 buck out here.
So this buck's coming down the fence right now. So what's going through your mind at this point in time?
I have about 45 minutes of daylight left, and he's still 100 yards. He comes out, when I first see him, he's 150 yards. He goes over and he messes with another little buck and sits in this. There's about a 50 yard wide circle of beans that are just green as hell. And he just sits there and sits there. And finally he starts working his way down, and I don't know, there's probably, you'll see in the video, there's a handful of does that I thought was going to ruin this hunt. I have one at the right before I shoot him, come in at the base of the tree and look up at me, and I thought that was over with right there. And then she turned around, and I think you can hear in the video, she goes and ends up blowing.
Yeah.
And he doesn't pay any attention. I don't know. I had grunted at him early. I don't know if that got his curiosity or
fired up
or not, you know. But he did make a scrape after that. I don't know if that's, he didn't have any idea what was going on or what. But them does are blowing right before I
let
that
one
arrow
fly. So I mean, you literally got this deer 150 yards for the amount of time that you have.
An hour and 15 minutes.
You just watch him. I mean, I don't know, folks, but when it comes down to nerves, for me, the quicker a deer gets to me, the better off I am. When I gotta sit there and watch him and watch him and watch him, it's like, whoa.
It was nerve-wracking.
Oh, I can imagine, man. All right, well, let's see what happens. Got the shot off, and tell me what was going through your mind.
It was getting to crunch time. I had like 7 minutes left when he stepped out. You'll see on the video, it's dark, dead calm that night. The does were blowing. I ranged where he should step out, about 33, 35 yards. He did duck my arrow, and I spined him. I got down and got another one in him.
Did the ethical thing, get down, pretty much. Understood, yeah. Yeah, so what happened after all you're said and done? Call somebody or?
Yeah, I had to wait for Marcus to get down there, and went and ate, got my dinner in, and he got down there, and we did the recovery. My father-in-law came up there and took a little snap shot there.
Yeah, we had some really good pictures, which I'll put on a video here too. And then we ended up doing pictures the next day, and we did some scoring. And what did you end up scoring again?
It was like 153 and something.
So I mean,
just a solid deer.
Yeah, absolutely solid. And like I said, the character of this deer makes me want to shoot him.
That was the whole reason he was going on the wall, was the character of his brows. And
I mean, his brows and that little kicker off the base. I mean, it's just, folks, it's amazing. I mean, it really is. I mean, that was a good deer. I mean, good age, good body, good antlers. I mean, just a ton of character. I mean, what can you say? Just
a hell of an early season, hell of a doe hunt.
Right? Yeah, when you go down there just shoot doe and you end up whacking a big one. So, yeah, can't beat that. But anyways, folks, we're R2K Outdoors, and me and Kyle here, we're hoping that we can start off 2020 here with a little bit of a bang turkey season. I know he's going to do some, pretty much do some guiding for some fall and outdoors hunts.